Hey guys, this is the second video I'm uploading today. This is going to be a guide on where chests are in different locations of Season 6. All the different locations in Season 6. Why I think they're good, why I think they're bad, how they play, and where they're located. So I hope you guys like this video. Peace. Here's a really important part of the map. This is all over the place. All these purple things are the same thing. These are a bunch of the places where the anti-gravity zones took place, and now they're these big craters, and they usually have 3 chests depending on how many spawn. There can be 2 or 1 as well. But all around here are these little cube things, which are the most important things to know about in this thing, because watch this. If you use one, it's basically like this ghoul thing, and it's funny because you can do dances with it. But anyways, you can turn into this ghoul, and you can like go through walls. See, it's really cool. And then when you want to get out, you just hold this button, and then you can get out and scare them and pickaxe them to death or whatever. So these are everywhere. You might want to look out for them. Look out for those little ghosties because they will scare you. I've gotten scared by one before, so let's move on. Here at the first location that's new to Season 6, this is the castle above Haunted Hills. Don't worry about this. This is a glitch that's been happening. Anyways, this is right above Haunted Hills and to the right. It's on the big giant hill. I think this place is a really fun looking place. I like playing here too because there's a lot of different play styles. It is pretty dangerous though. There's usually some loot on the deck right there. This is the front basically. There's 4 towers across the sides, which usually contain a gun right here. Sometimes they can contain chests, which are usually up here. And then there's also chests, which I can show you in a second. There's also chests right down here, if I can get to it. Hold on. Okay. Hello. Go away. There's also sometimes chests like down in the tower. Not in this one though, apparently. Right now. But sometimes there's chests in the tower. Maybe it's in this one, I can show you. In this one. There's one above. No, there's also not one in this one. So, pretty sure it's only in 2. Those 2 go down far. Anyways, if I can show you the inside real quick. This is the inside. It's pretty compact, which I like because shotgun fights are really interesting here. It's really unique. You can like hide behind a lot of walls and shoot out like that and like go back and stuff. There's not too much loot in the main room. There's this deck though, which can some more time to spawn a chest. And there's, if you want ammo, come here because there's a lot of ammo boxes. Plus, there's a lot more down at Haunted. So, anyways, here's oh god, that's not what I wanted at all. Well, now that's gonna be in the video. That's gonna be cringe. Anyways, there's your bridges and crap. So this is what I'm talking about. So sometimes there can be, oh my lord, why is it not showing me this thing that I want to show you guys? I'm trying to show you guys this, but there can also be chests in this location. I mainly stick to the towers because the towers have at least usually 1 chest in them. So I can show you what I'm talking about though, then it'll make it easier. So make sure not to fall because there's a lot of places that are just whoops, you're done. And then yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes there can be like a chest down there, which I don't think that's a good chest to go for unless you're like swooping in, but I don't tend to do that anyways. I tend to go for up on these towers. And then if you come all the way up this deck, this is the big deck. There's 4 different towers. I don't really go up here that much, so there's not much loot. I'm sure that chest can probably spawn up somewhere. Probably not though. I don't know. I haven't really looked into that. There's also a little house over there if you want to loot it and then come here. This is one of my favorite spots though. That's new to the season because it gets you a lot of loot but it also like gets you kind of far away from the action. And if you see here, hold on. If you look where I am right now, you can loot up and go like anywhere over there if you need to, for like maybe 1 or 2 snag kills. And then if you want to actually, then you can loot all this crap and get as much kills as you want over here, and then go to Pleasant and get more kills. We'll be looking at that in a minute too. So yeah, that's my opinion on this place. I really like it. It's probably my favorite place. It's the outside of the castle. I'll go around it for you guys. It's how big it is on the map, how it looks, where all the chests are like I showed you earlier. It is one of my favorite spots, if not my favorite spot that they added. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cool spot, honestly. And there's honestly quite a bit of loot too. So this is what it looks like from an upper angle. That kind of looks cool. So yeah, that's all of the Haunted Hills have. Okay, here's the next spot. This is the main location. This is Loot Lake. There's a lot of chests around. I already opened some to get loot. There's always chests on the outskirts. There has to usually at least be one. That doesn't make sense that it has to usually be, but there's usually at least one. I already opened some because I had to re-record this once. So if you go all the way around, you most likely will find a chest. This spot is just like the main spot still. Nothing really changed about it. So there's chests where they're supposed to be. And then now, if you want to get onto the main part of it, there will also be, actually you probably already saw it, never mind. Replays and stuff. So this thing, this tornado thing, you can jump in when you're gliding, you can go down. There's the cube, and you can't go in this hole, but when you activate your parachute, it like puffs you up in the air, and this is the parachute that you get for winning a game. And you can really travel anywhere from this. I think it's a really good traveling option. But also, if you come down here, there's a lot of rocks everywhere, and there's like usually at least 6 chests spread around here. Ooh. So I think it's a pretty good looting spot in all. It's a little bit hard to show you though because it's a little bit wild. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good looting spot overall. But right now you need to be really aggressive if you're going here, because everyone's going here because it's new. So yeah, onto the Loot Lake. I'll show you around it too. I think it looks really cool, but as I said, I don't really like it that much because of all the action for what it is. Like Tilted, when it had action, it was good because it was like what it is, but this is really chaotic and there's a lot of people flying around and stuff. So that's what it looks like from around, and here's what it looks like from all the way up here. That looks really cool, you guys. If you don't have Fortnite, you might want to get it. It's free, and you can probably check all this stuff out on your own. So, on to the next thing. Now we're on to Whaling. Whaling has a lot to cover, that's why I'm all the way up here. There's a lot of little cabins that they added. There's one over there. There's one next to the bunker. It's a pretty big cabin, and it's got a basement, a few chests. There's a little cabin over there as well. Nothing actually happened to the bunker. But the Whaling isn't a maze anymore. It's kind of just like spiral kind of. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. But I'm gonna let the replay camera do all the work for this though, because I don't want to go through all this forest when I can just have a camera do it for me. So on to the next one. Okay, well here's the top of Loot Lake in the replay, or not Loot Lake, Whaling Woods. We're gonna zoom in on the maze part itself. So it's changed honestly quite a bit. It's not a maze anymore. It's normal shape. Now let's take a look under. Look at this. There's a whole layer under here. It looks like they're going to be evacuating soon. There's quite a bit of chests under here. I didn't want to do all of this in the normal gameplay, but I think it's a pretty cool location. Also, if you go under the right part, if I can find it, there is a rift that you can take to go back to the surface. If I can find it for you guys, hold on. Let me find it for you guys. I think it's through one of the tunnels. Not that one. Hold on. I'll find it for you guys. Just a moment. Is it in here? Yes, it is. There's the rift. The rift is right there. If you want to go back to the surface, there's a few tunnels connecting it. It is a kind of bad angle because it's the drone, but I think that'll show you guys enough of that. So now if we're back out here, I'm gonna take a look at the cabins. So we got this little cabin right here. I haven't really been to this cabin. I know there's at least 2 chests spawn here. There could be more. Okay. So now we're gonna move to the cabin next to the bunker over here. This cabin's pretty big, so I'm gonna have to go all the way around it. This is the front of it. I think it can have up to 3 chest spawns, and I'm pretty sure one of them can be found in the basement, because there is a basement on this thing. So, and then the last thing that we need to look at is this one. This one's pretty small. Pretty sure the max chest spawn here is 1. It could be 2 though. This one's pretty small, so I don't think I need to tell you anything about it. And now, if you let me go back real quick, I can show you the interior. There's an upper floor, there's a fireplace, and then if you go downstairs, there's the cellar room down here. It has 1 chest in it. So now, if we come back out, we can also see that there's this gray patch where all the things are that I showed you earlier in the video. So now so the next things I'm gonna be showing you aren't like major changes to the map. They're just a lot of little things that they did to the map. So they turned this into a scare Halloween place. There's a lot of floaties and stuff. See, you can find like up to 2 chests, I guess. There's one right there, and then there's also one up in the thing with the bus on it. So I really like this place. I think it's really cool. I like Halloween a lot. So this is one of the small things that they did to the map. On to the next one. So this is the second small thing that Epic did to the map. They turned fatal with all these crops. Believe me or not, there's actually chests and loot in those crops. They're incredibly kind of hard to find unless you can hear for them. I like the little ghosts on there and stuff. This is what it looks like from above. It's just a lot of grass. So yeah. It's not much. I mean, unless you're a Fatal Fields diehard fan of it and you drop your like every game, then it just probably doesn't matter to you that much. So on to the next. Side note here: does anybody know if this has always been here? Because like, I don't remember this ever being a thing. It's like out of place and weird. It's like right down here. Like I don't remember this ever being a thing. So tell me if it's a thing. Thanks if you tell me, because I kind of wanted to know that. And here's the last thing that we need to get to, which is the rocket base. I honestly want to know, like, what happened? Why is it all destroyed and stuff? Were they evacuating for something? I need to know. So anyways, there's a lot of spider webs and crap, and there's a lot of broken stuff. The whole front of it's even broken, as I showed you before. And then also, if you manage to get yourself in this room, it's all blocked off now by webs, and there's a bunch of floating chests on webs. That's a little bit weird. I think it's a little bit weird. I think that's a little bit weird. I think that maybe they evacuated and everything's ready to go, and next season will be bunker related. Well, that's the end of the Season 6 all locations video. Tell me if you enjoyed it. Tell me if it helped, because all the chest locations. I hope you liked the video and enjoyed. Thank you.